Vegeta lands a mighty blow on Gas. Vegeta charges a sphere of destruction energy, and Gas blocks it with a solid ki shield. Goku teleports to Vegeta's side to help him push the attack. Gas at first begins to lose ground but soon is able to begin pushing back. Realizing the futility of the power struggle, Vegeta leaps over the rebounding attack, leaving Goku to barely hold it back himself as Vegeta attacks Gas directly. Gas, however, brutally beats down Vegeta with a combination of heavy blows and prepares to finish him off. Goku struggles to deflect Vegeta's rebounded attack from one of the Sugarian cities, managing to throw it into space. He returns to assist Vegeta just as the Saiyan prince finally lands a furious punch to Gas' face. Gas is confused by Vegeta's increased strength despite the extensive damage to his body. Vegeta boasts that damage is merely fuel for his ultra ego state, and that he is getting even stronger. Angered, Gas continues his assault, now using teleporting Vegeta around with a point of his fingers. Goku attempts to step in, but Vegeta hastily orders him to back off and tells him that his Ultra Instinct is no different than it was before and that he needs to figure it out quickly. DBS 8503. Vegeta falls unconscious. As Vegeta charges back into battle, now getting in some solid blows of his own, Goku heads to a nearby plateau where he begins to meditate. Dropping back down to his base form, a barrier erects itself around Goku. As both Vegeta and Gas begin to tire from their battle, Gas unleashes another deadly assault that puts Vegeta down, stating that he will not get up again. However, much to his horror, Vegeta returns to his feet and makes a beeline for Gas, who urgently puts up his guard to defend himself whilst closing his eyes. Upon opening them, he sees that Vegeta has dropped back to base form as he collapses unconscious from burning himself out. Gas conjures up a sword to finish off Vegeta, but when he draws it downwards it shatters on a barrier surrounding him. Created by Goku, he moves Vegeta to his side as Gas tells him to stop hiding behind a shield. A carefree Goku makes his way down to Gas and begins to power up. Gas wonders if he will use one of the transformations he has already used or something new. Goku, however, says the answer is neither and that he has merely figured out the best transformation for pulling out his power. Goku transforms into true Ultra Instinct, confusing Gas, who believed that his silver hair formed was his maximum strength. Goku explains that he requires a tranquil and calm heart for his perfected Ultra Instinct state, but in his Saiyan state he can put his current emotions to better use, stating that his heart is no longer calm. Being reminded of Bardock, Gas flies at Goku in a fit of rage and exchanges punches, with the hitter coming off the worst. Goku follows up on his advantage, not letting Gas have a chance to regroup and blasts him with a Kamehameha. Noticing that he is just barely stronger than Gas now, though not for long, Goku is relentless in his attack. Gas conjured up a swarm of different weapons and hurls them at his opponent, but Goku swiftly dodges them and counters by throwing Gas' own weapon back at him before finishing with a heavy kick that sends Gas flying. Elec approaches Gas, annoyed at his performance, and harshly reminds him of their true goal in taking down Frieza. Goku tells Elec that he does not have to force Gas to fight as he is up for a tussle anytime, but Elec tells him that there will not be a next time. A burst of energy erupts from Gas, who gets to his feet, now with a severely aged appearance. Gas uses telekinesis to grab Goku by the neck and begins squeezing the life out of him. Using instant transmission, Goku is able to escape and attempts an attack from behind only to be backhanded hard to the face. Gas claims that he has never felt better as capturing Goku in a tornado where he potshots away at him until he allows him to fall to the ground. Gas picks Goku up and proceeds to strike him with giant spectral arms and legs made of ki. DBS 8603. Granola re-enters the battle. Suddenly a blast is fired between the two, originating from Granola, who charges in and tackles Goku to the ground. Granola explains to Goku that while he dreamt, he too heard Bardock's recording on the scouter and asks Goku if he is willing to wager everything on his strength. Granola begins to power up a blast with Goku telling him that he will try to buy him some time. The two continue fighting, but Goku is taken down quickly once more. After noticing the amount of energy being built up by Granola, Gas targets him, though Goku is able to shield him with a barrier. Gas angrily unloads a volley of blasts at Goku until he is knocked down by the still injured Vegeta, who demands that Granola hurry up. Maki and Oil rush in to aid their brother, only for Monito to intervene and put the two to sleep using his powers of hypnosis, claiming that it is the only combat skill that he has. Having finally built up enough energy, Gas once more attempts to rush Granola. However, Goku conjures up his giant spectral form to grab hold of Gas before throwing him to the edge of the planet's atmosphere. Still damaged from previous battles, Granola is unable to aim well, but with assistance from Oatmeal he unleashes the attack and hits Gas dead on, creating an explosion that rocks the planet. Gas falls to the ground defeated, but Granola tells his siblings that he did not kill him as he is no longer seeking revenge. He tells the Hithis to take Gas away and to never return to the planet again before apologizing to Goku and Vegeta for all that he has done. Following his tremendous attack, Granola falls to his knees and begins coughing up blood, believing that the attack shortened his lifespan further. Gas attacks. Gas near the end of his life. Monito approaches and, using his now heightened healing powers, restores Granola, Goku and Vegeta to full strength. As Elec plans to retreat, Gas re-emerges, shooting a blast through Monito's chest. Granola rushes to his aid as Goku and Vegeta enter the battle yet again. Elec frantically urges Gas to kill his enemies before he dies as Maki appears in front of him and suggests that they retreat and try again at another time. Elec slaps his sister aside, stating there will be no next time for Gas as his lifespan is about to run out, as making him the strongest in the universe meant sacrificing so much of his brother's life. This warrants shock from his siblings and his enemies. Frieza kills Gas. Gas is horrified to learn that he is dying and looks at his decaying face in shock. Elec tells him to gather himself because it is only matter of time before he arrives. At that moment, Frieza arrives on the planet, shocking everyone. He casually greets Gas and asks him what business he had with him. Gas regains his wits and declares he will kill Frieza after powering up. However, the tyrant easily ends his resistance by running his hand through his gut. Everyone is shocked by the scene, as Gas slowly dies from his wounds and condition, decaying into a skeleton. DBS 8705. Elec is obliterated. Frieza promptly crushes Gas' skull, while Vegeta wonders how he accomplished such a thing considering how strong Gas was. Frieza turns his attention to the now scared Elec, asking again what business he has with him after contacting him. Elec nervously states it was a miscommunication on his part, but Frieza is aware that Elec lured him there to be killed by Gas. Easily appearing before him, he reveals that he always knew of the Hithis plan to usurp him, while revealing he allowed them to conspire for the benefit of his army. Elec is surprised and Frieza states he is knowledgeable about everything in the galaxy. He also reveals that Elec is in fact the weakest in his family. Outraged, Elec tries to attack only to be blocked and obliterated by Frieza. Black Frieza, full-colored. Black Frieza. Frieza turns his attention to Goku and Vegeta, who demand to know how he was able to defeat Gas, despite his status as the strongest in the universe.